Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Friday. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed our hot, messy topics. This video is coming out clearly after that live. My God, it was so good. It was so much fun. I'm surprised that Jason and I lasted an hour and a half, but we did that. We did that shit. We didn't hold back on any single opinion. We sat there, we went in, we talked about things. I feel like we did it with class, we did it with sass, and I did it with keeping intact all of this ass. Okay, maybe that's too much. I don't know. Anyways, we're back to talk about the Real Housewives of Orange County. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. Let's go. Smash the like button, show some love, get subscribed, and here we go. All right, guys. So it's no secret. We all watched the same episode last night, and I'm really kind of confused as to what Gretchen Rossi was trying to do when it came to alluding to the fact that Tamra Judge was allegedly hooking up in the sound studio with some rock star, and that the whole hookup was caught on audio. And then she said on Watch What Happens Live, she doubled down and said, "Oh, no, no, you can find the audio." I looked for the audio. Like, unless I'm missing something, I didn't hear the audio. I feel like if this was true, there would have been a lot more information. I'm just confused. But she discussed the recording of Tamra Judge in the music studio, and she brought it up on Watch What Happens Live after she was asked a question. And she addressed her own conflicting statements about whether she was hospitalized after the Naked Wasted incident in season 4. And she said that she was very emotional during that time and traumatic events clouded her accuracy. She clarified, "I was never hospitalized." And she also said later she misspoke. Can I just say, and I said this literally today on Hot Messy Topics, that's not misspeaking. Misspeaking is being like, "Oh, well, like, yeah, on Wednesday I did wear a blue shirt." Oh, fuck. No, I didn't. No, I wore a black shirt. I wore a black shirt. I didn't wear a blue shirt. That's misspeaking. Something like going to a hospital or a traumatic event, that's the thing about a traumatic event. When you have an event that is tied to some sort of trauma, it's embedded in your head. Trust me, I have a lot of them growing up. Things, I'm not a victim. We all have them, right? So if you go back in your like mind base of things that are traumatic, you remember those things that happen. You remember the details. You remember, like, your story really doesn't change unless you're trying to alter the narrative in order to fit your own narrative, which then that's your own problem, which clearly that's kind of what we're dealing with. But if in fact this was such a traumatic event, you would know exactly what you're talking about. That is not misspeaking. That is lying. Those are two totally different things. Nope, not mutually the same at all. And yeah. Okay, here we go. So she also pointed out that she passed the lie detector test, which supports her statement that she was not hospitalized. But of course, because she finally told the truth that she wasn't hospitalized. Of course, you're going to pass it. But you already said that you were hospitalized. That doesn't make sense. Now, Matt Ginella's claim, Matt reportedly said that Slade called him to ensure that Katie Ginella stuck to a shared story, and Gretchen calls this claim complete and total bullshit, denying their version of events. And Gretchen identified that it was Dave Quinn and Kiki Monique. Those were the people that Tamara claimed Katie brought up the matter to. And when it comes to her relationship with Alexis Bellino, she said that she's no longer friends with Alexis. And Gretchen says Alexis talks a lot about her publicly. And regarding the studio recording and how it came up, there's a brief makeup scene with Tamara, but Gretchen says it lasted only 1 minute. And she explained why she told Emily Simpson and Heather Dubrow about the studio drama after the conversation that came up when they were talking about singing or karaoke. And Gretchen referenced that she heard a video of Tamra in a studio trying to sing. Now, when she was asked how much therapy has changed Tamra on a scale of 1 to 10, Gretchen gave her a 3. And she suspects that there's a question about Jen Pedranti and her future with Ryan that came up during a lie detector segment, that was a mistake. But she, right now, I feel like is doing a lot. And I feel like she's not landing the plane. Not only is she not landing the plane, Gretchen Rossi is absolutely out here crashing the plane. I don't know what if this is like from her husband. I'm not sure. I'm not claiming that either one of them are doing anything on the side. I'm just saying whatever game you guys are trying to play, you're not doing a good job. You are the weakest link. It's not working. And if you're going to go after somebody like Tamra Judge or Bethany Frankel or Lisa Vanderpump or Nene Leakes or Alexia Echevarria, Alexia Napola, or if you're going to go after it doesn't matter. If you're going to go after the heavy hitters from each franchise, you better be able to land that shit or else you're going to look like a moron. And right now, from the viewer standpoint, because I feel like we do a lot of R&D, you look like a moron. But hold on. Thank you to Bravo Snarkside. Here we go.
Really real and shared some real emotions about Tamra.
Was I scared of her before?
Okay. So she was saying that she shared some real emotions about Tamra.
Or yes.
I don't think that at the end of the day, just wait.
Tamra's in the room. I feel like they're always making excuses and coming up with this, that. Emily, I don't know if she said those exact words, but I think Emily was like agreeing and understanding that like sometimes Tamra can be scary. Like sometimes Tamra goes for the jugular. She goes below the belt. Again, that's my perspective. I'm not saying they said that. I'm just saying that.
But you're saying like you felt like these two women who are very close with Tamra opened up and showed a side to you that made you feel like, look, we see it too.
Yes. It was the first time I felt that.
When someone behaves in a way in public that's erratic.
First of all, it's none of your.
I say I'm scared of her. It's because she does that.
She's scared of what might come out of my mouth.
I think she has a hard time when it goes out of those boundaries.
Would
It doesn't
really
feel comfortable
like
for her.
If we sat around and were knitting and shopping, that would be perfect. She would like to have no disagreements, no arguments.
Yeah, I think she's
nothing.
uncomfortable.
She's uncomfortable.
So I think it's her being sensitive and being uncomfortable.
I mean,
translates into scared when it's not scared in a traditional sense.
You wonder, like, what is it about this person that, makes me feel a certain way?
Okay. At the end of the day, she might make you feel uncomfortable. She might make you feel these things. This is the Real Housewives. That's what's going to happen. I mean, am I defending Tamara in this instance? Yeah, I'm defending her because I think that Gretchen and Slade, I feel like it's a big bag of BS. But that is my opinion. I'm not saying that's a fact. Truly, I just want to hear what you guys think. And if you did not catch Hot Messy Topics, go back, catch Hot Messy Topics. And if you guys are watching Love Island, then go watch Love Island Games and catch our friend Gelsey, who is hosting the Love Island Games recap on Up and Adam Channel 2. I love you guys, and we'll see you so very soon. Bye.